There's been some frenzy about the unveiling of the ministerial list for some time now. This is owing to the fact that the new amendment to the 1999 Constitution, the president must submit the names of persons nominated as ministers within 60 days after taking the oath of office for confirmation by the Senate, which was, of course, contrary to what was obtainable in the past. In the last administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, which took him about 60 days to unveil his ministers. Of course, then there was no constitutional provision or mandate for the president to so do otherwise. So you can see the frenzy in the speculation why the president must unveil his ministerial list, must appoint his ministers, because when the president took office, the president did tell Nigerians that within the first 30 days of his administration, he was going to appoint his ministers, and Nigerians have waited, and it's almost 60 days now. The president hasn't done so, and that's why I tell you that nature abhors a vacuum. So when you tarry for too long, of course, speculation and fabrications thrive. That's why Nigerians are bringing out their own list, saying that this is the list, just flying left, right, and center. But now here comes the first batch of the authentic ministerial nominees that has just been sent to the Senate for confirmation. And of course, my list has also included most of the speculated names that I expect to be on the second batch of my authentic ministerial nominees that will be forwarded again to the Senate, hopefully before the end of tomorrow. Yes, I can see El-Rufai on the list, the immediate past governor of Kaduna State. Of course, we all know the antecedents of El-Rufai and what he did when he was the FCT minister. They called him the bulldozer. Most people say that what El-Rufai lacks in height, he's got that in abundance in brains. And there's so many other names on the list that I said I'll just took time to talk about a few of the names. So if you can gain through, you see all other names on the list. The authentic ministerial list is Senator Andy Uba, the man that contested against Professor Charles Soludo, the man they call Professor of Solutions, who dusted him to clinch the Anambra gubernatorial seat. He was also the special assistant on special duties to the President Olusegun Obasanjo, the one I call the President General. And the next person I'm going to be talking about that is also on the list is Issa Yuguda, the former Minister of Aviation under Obasanjo, and of course, former governor of Bauchi State. And I want to also talk about Timi Leibe of NDDC. He was the pioneer member of the NDDC. Here's the next person I'm going to be talking to that is also on the list is Professor Ben Ayade, the immediate past governor of Cross River State. I think I've made a video about him about a week ago or so, which I talked about his unsuitability for such ministerial position. And of course, I said in my own assessment of him, I feel he failed the Cross River people in terms of in bringing prosperity to them. It was too cosmetic for me for a governor. I feel that being in the cabinet as a minister goes beyond. Of course, we know him for his very funny names that he gives to his budget. So being a minister definitely goes beyond such jaw-breaking, obtuse budget names. Of course, from budget name of deep vision to budget of Olympic masses. What's that? Which became his defining legacy as a governor rather than being defined as a governor that brought prosperity to his people. And then next person I'm going to talk about here is which happens to also be on the list is Peter Godsday Orubebe, the former Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, who was also famed for openly opposing collation of the presidential results of the 2015 election that, of course, sacked his kingsman, the former President Jonathan, and brought in President Buhari. And then Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, the immediate past governor of Enugu State, the man they call the Guru of Enugu State, is also in the list. The next person on the list is Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso. Of course, we know who Kwankwaso is. In the last election, Kwankwaso, in fact, have played some of the major politicians, taking over Kanu, just like the former President Muhammadu Buhari would do. Kanu would always give 100% vote to President Muhammadu Buhari, and they gave that to the NNPP candidate, Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso. So if President Bola Ahmed Tinubu would give Rabiu Kwankwaso a slot in his administration as a minister, it means the president is ready to accommodate other people, irrespective, other people that have the technical know-how to drive his administration forward, irrespective of party affiliation. I guess so. And the next person on the list that I can see on this list is James Faleke. You all know the Honorable James Faleke. In fact, I remember him so vividly well right now. A kind of altercation of the drama that played out on the floor of the National Assembly when he was there with Dr. Chris Ngige, and then when Dr. Chris Ngige made that famous statement and said that he's a small boy that stays in Munshi. So I remember him for that. Another person I want to talk about that is I can see on this list is Shola Saraki, the sister to the former Senate President Bukola Saraki, is also, on the list. He's on the list. She's on the list. And then she was also a junior minister in the Ministry of Transport, though we didn't hear so much about her. More of who we heard then was, of course, Chibike Amechi. Yeah, another person on the list here, one I can see on this list, is the Dimeji Bankole, the former Speaker of the House of Rep. The former Speaker of the House of Rep. That was, I think they say, is the youngest speaker in the history of Nigeria, having been a speaker at the age of 37. I can also see him. And then here's some Wike of Rivers State is also on the list. Of course, Mr. Project is on the list. Of course, we all know, of course, the story about Wike doing wonders, in Rivers State during the presidential election. I don't know how true that is. Is also on the list. Although we heard that there's that a kind of rumor anyway that there is this strong rumor that his name mysteriously vanished from the ministerial list, and some have fingered the First Lady and Senator Oluremi Tinubu to be behind the disappearance of his name. I don't know how true that is. So, of course, I cannot end this authentic ministerial list without mentioning my lecturer in the university who taught me psychology, Senator John Enoh, has also been nominated for a ministerial appointment. If this is indeed the authentic list, and knowing Mr. President as a talent hunter who has the knack to source for the best brains to work with, then I must say that the list falls short of expectation, because I can't really see experts, technocrats on this list. Okay, and we probably have to wait to say more when the list is made official. This is where I draw the curtain for today. Thank you for finding the time to watch my video. If you like the content of this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Strike on that notification bell so that I get to be notified when I upload a content like this. Leave your comments down below and do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Stay awesome. See you pretty soon. Peace. I'm out.